The following 3 contests are attempts to narrow down the field of the remaining 6 competitors in the Battle of Los Angeles tournament for 2K19 Universe Mode. Here we see the B Block Finals as Absolute Ricky Starks takes on the North American Champion, the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan.
The revolution is televised.
Coming off first is Absolute Ricky Starks. We saw Starks competing on night 2 of the Battle of Los Angeles in the opening contest, going up against Tyler Breeze. And earlier tonight in his semi-final contest, defeating the professional Scott Lost and advancing on in an attempt to go after the PWG World Championship in the finals if he can manage to surpass the American Dragon here tonight. But that is no small feat for Ricky Starks. Making quite the exclamation in his Universe Mode debut here at this event. Having advanced on to the finals of his block. And going up against a current Universe Mode champion and one of the best professional wrestlers in the world. We see the current NXT North American Champion, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Danielson defeated Drew Gulak and is only the second man to ever hold that NXT North American Championship in Universe Mode, but he has done so throughout the duration of this year, picking up a victory in a triple threat contest over El Generico and the Amazing Red at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And then throughout the duration of the Battle of Los Angeles, having picked up a victory once again over El Generico, the same man that he defeated for that North American Championship, or in order to defend it rather. Of course, earlier tonight we saw Daniel Bryan pick up a victory over Cameron Grimes in his B Block semi-final contest. Cameron Grimes having defeated Buddy Murphy in this tournament. Now we see immediately Bryan Danielson going for the Dragon Screw Leg Whip. Taking a powder to the outside was Ricky Starks, but it was just an attempt to trap the American Dragon. Now sends Starks outside to the apron, gonna bring him back inside now with a suplex. Bringing him quite a distance across the ring, commanding kick to the back. However, Starks mounting a vertical base here, going for a waistlock from behind, forearm smash to the back. And we see Starks with the waistlock advantage, taking down Daniel Bryan with surprising technical ability. And we see Danielson from behind, waistlock advantage from Danielson, and he's the one now who takes down Ricky Starks into a grounded headlock. Ricky Starks, however, with the counter into the head scissors, wrenching in on this hold. Impressive showing in the early going from Ricky Starks, considering who he is in the ring with at the moment. Danielson now sending him to the outside. That tremendous Irish whip. Picking him back up to his feet here and setting him back within the ring. Danielson turning him over, looking for the pinfall attempt here in the early goings of this contest. Only a 1 count from Bryan Danielson. Now going to go to target the limbs of Ricky Starks. Looking to capitalize while he has Starks down. Now going to call Starks back up to his feet here rather, as he is positioned on the top rope, diving down with the tremendous axe handle, but Starks was able to sidestep now, looking for the back suplex, folding up Danielson, dropping him across that neck. Danielson with the history of neck and head trauma issues in the past. Series of boots in the corner. Danielson, however, fighting back, continuing with the boots in the corner. Very straightforward approach from Bryan Danielson in this contest. Not going for anything too flashy in the early goings against Ricky Starks. Now Danielson awaiting Ricky Starks to recover here, and that allowed Ricky Starks the opening that he needed strike Danielson down. And create an opportunity here. Irish whip into the ropes, following it up with the kitchen sink, bringing the knee in to Danielson as he rebound off of the ropes. Following it up by bringing him to the middle of the ring, dropping him with a Russian leg sweep, and following it up with that whiplash neckbreaker. Pinfall attempt from Ricky Starks, another neckbreaker to the ground of Danielson. Irish whip now. Absolute Ricky Starks sending Danielson rebounding off of the ropes twice now. Clothesline takedown to Ricky Starks, sends him to the outside. And Bryan Danielson's going to follow him now. Dangerous territory, especially for a man like Bryan Danielson, who thrives off of viciousness and aggression. Could be looking to capitalize on the advantage that he has set before him on the outside. Now bringing Ricky Starks back to the inside of the ring after the advantage. Pinfall attempt here once again. Referee in position, but once again only receiving a 1 count for his efforts. Seated position. Series of elbow strikes to the chest of Ricky Starks. Now looks for that grounded kick to the reversal from Ricky Starks, ducking underneath that clothesline, following Daniel Bryan, rebounding off of the ropes, hitting him with a tremendous lariat that turns Danielson inside out. Now Ricky Starks going to look to follow it up by going up to the second rope and could be looking for a tremendous opportunity here. Diving down, axe handle, countered by Danielson. Gets the strike to the midsection. Now going to follow it up with a dragon sleeper, positioning Ricky Starks away from those ropes. Additionally locking in the body scissors here on Ricky Starks, and this could be the opportunity Danielson needs, but no, Ricky Starks able to escape out of that maneuver despite being captured in the middle of the ring. Now Starks turning him inside out with the sidewinder side suplex. Pinfall attempt as he hooks the leg. Danielson gets the shoulder up. I see the reversal from Danielson, takes him down with that shoulder tackle. Kick to the gut from Ricky Starks, going to send Danielson into the corner now. Boot to the face, counter. Series of reversals. Arm drag now from Danielson, counters Ricky Starks. Back elbow from Ricky Starks, back and forth, European uppercut. That finally grounds the American Dragon for the time being like a javelin. Irish whip bounces him off of the corner, rebounding into the two-handed bulldog. Pinfall attempt here now from Starks. Yet another kick out from the American Dragon. Looking for that seated headbutt attempt, but it was countered by Danielson with that back elbow and following it up with a clothesline that sends Ricky Starks to the outside of the ring once more. You can see Danielson calling Ricky Starks back up to his feet here. Not looking for the count-out victory, but not really looking to return Ricky Starks inside the ring, but now going to follow him outside. Perhaps seeing the opportunity set before him as Ricky Starks slow to recover. Power slam attempt here from Danielson. Drops some snake eyes face first across the steel steps. Danielson now Hurricane Rana takedown to Ricky Starks. I'm going to follow it up with a series of boots. He's going to kick his head in. Danielson trying to kick Ricky Starks' head in on the outside. Danielson typically doing that in the middle of the ring. The head would be rebounding off of the canvas. However, Ricky Starks' head was rebounding off of nothing but that protective covering on the outside and concrete underneath. However, Ricky Starks answering back on Danielson now. Going to position him by the guardrail. Spear through the guardrail from Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks shifting the momentum on the outside. The referee continuing the count here. $15 from the referee as Danielson was put through that guardrail. Ricky Starks could be looking to put away Danielson here with a count-out victory in the Battle of Los Angeles. And what a tremendous loss this would be for the American Dragon, but no, we're going to see Ricky Starks break the count here. We are not going to see a count-out victory quite yet. That would be a very underwhelming way for this contest to end. However, I believe Danielson would have been able to break the count in time to get inside the ring. However, Ricky Starks perhaps looking to take the advantage following that spear through the guardrail on the outside. However, Danielson now, once returning to the inside, countered on that snapmare attempt. Ricky Starks, however, countered with a clothesline, shoves Danielson off. Forearm smash from Danielson on that arm wringer, but a European uppercut from Ricky Starks. So we see the momentum shifting back and forth between these two men in this contest. Now we see Ricky Starks going to follow that up once again with these Irish whip into the kitchen sink, rebounding off of the ropes with these Irish whips, and then following it up with the Russian leg sweep in the middle of the ring. Now ascending to the top rope. Ricky Starks going for a tremendous dive from the top rope as he calls Danielson back up to his feet here. Diving down with a tremendous crossbody, but the strength of Danielson to muscle up Ricky Starks for that power slam and turn it into a seated dragon sleeper. But he doesn't fully have the hold locked in, as you can see. Only wrenching away on the forehead. Can't sufficiently get the chin lock advantage that he was looking for. However, does have the arm trapped of Ricky Starks on the opposite side. Now we see a series of knee strikes to the face of Danielson. Counter from Ricky Starks. European uppercut from Starks once more. Starks now, Irish whip, sends Danielson rebounding off of the ropes and turns him inside out with that back elbow. 10 minutes have elapsed in this contest as we pass the 1/3 mark in this match. Ricky Starks turns him around with that backpack stunner to Danielson. Pinfall attempt here now as he has the feet on the ropes, looking for the advantage with the leverage. However, Danielson able to kick out. The referee not quite in clear shot of the advantage that Ricky Starks was looking for. Looking to pull out all the stops to advance on the Battle of Los Angeles and secure his spot to claim the PWG World Championship in our finals later tonight. Reverse DDT now from Danielson. Danielson's fired up here. Danielson going to follow Ricky Starks to the outside here, where Starks meets him with a strike to the back of the head. Now Starks turns him around, and a bulldog on the outside drops Danielson face first on the ground. Irish whip sends Danielson twice into the guardrail. Great damage to the spine and the lower body of Danielson. Now we see Starks once returning Danielson to the ring. He's going to return himself. Now going to look to drag Daniel Bryan in prime position perhaps. Daniel Bryan perhaps looking to recover there. Knee drop to the back of the head from Ricky Starks and a stomp to the back of the head now. And we see Starks with tremendous power going to muscle him up. Turns him inside out and plants him down. Rochambeau. Kick out at the count of 2 from Daniel Bryan. The strength of Ricky Starks to muscle him up from a power slam position from the ground and turn him inside out with that Rochambeau. Now we see Ricky Starks tombstone pile driver, a leaping tombstone to Daniel Bryan. Now another pinfall attempt here. The referee in position, but only a 2 count yet again. Ricky Starks unsuccessful once more. Back elbow to the face of Daniel Bryan, sends him back into the corner. And we see Ricky Starks. What could he be looking for here? Going to position Daniel Bryan once more on the top rope here. Ricky Starks now could be positioning Daniel Bryan for something huge from the top rope. Avalanche position. Tremendous superplex to the American Dragon. Rather than looking for the pinfall attempt there. Following it up with a rolling Death Valley driver from Ricky Starks. Pinfall attempt here. 1, 2, and a kick out once again from Danielson. Danielson, however, counters out of that. Strike to the face now from Ricky Starks. Irish whip, rebounding him off of the ropes. Counter from Danielson, who drops him down into the label lock. Securing the label lock and the crossface. Ricky Starks struggling, trying to crawl towards the ropes, but submitting to the American Dragon. And Bryan Danielson picking up the victory with the label lock. Advances on to the PWG Battle of Los Angeles Finals, where he can challenge once more for the PWG World Championship. However, now we are going to follow quickly into our next Battle of Los Angeles C Block Finals, as we see one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, Santana, entering for this C Block Finals contest. Santana has had quite the weekend. Friday night on the night one of the Battle of Los Angeles, having to defend, as you see, one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, along with Ortiz having to defend those titles against Tonga and Jacob Fatu as part of the firing squad. Following that up on night two, Santana having to go into his first round Battle of Los Angeles matchup against Marty the Moth Martinez, and coming up successful in that endeavor as well. On night three, earlier tonight, we saw in the semi-final Block C contest the rematch between Santana and Tonga from night one. However, this time with PWG World Championship implications. The winner of that matchup would advance on in the Battle of Los Angeles tournament, and in doing so, Santana secured his spot in this position. However, to get past, to obtain his second championship here in Universe Mode simultaneously, he is going to have to get past the Dragon, Shingo Takagi. And Shingo, similar to Santana, is a current champion here in Universe Mode, being the current Ring of Honor television world champion, having acquired that television championship once it was the Intercontinental Championship, having defeated Will Ospreay. And then following SummerSlam, those championships being rebranded to the Ring of Honor Championships, and in doing so, Shingo being crowned the first ever Ring of Honor television champion. In terms of his tournament experience here in the Battle of Los Angeles, in reality, he is a two-time competitor of the Battle of Los Angeles at two very different points in his career. I believe the first time was in 2008, I believe, or 2009, and then following it up in 2018, returning to the Battle of Los Angeles. However, in terms of Universe Mode, we saw Shingo Takagi competing on night two of the Battle of Los Angeles in tournament action against Jacob Fatu, the man who I mentioned earlier in regards to Santana. Shingo Takagi coming up successful against Jacob Fatu, and then earlier tonight coming up successful against Karrion Kross. An absolutely grueling contest that you gotta think has tremendous effects on the well-being of Shingo Takagi. However, not showing it in the early goings of this match, showing what he's capable of with a series of strikes. Santana struggling to fight out of the corner now with a series of strikes from Shingo. Both these men accomplished champions currently in Universe Mode. As I mentioned, Shingo, the current Ring of Honor television champion. Santana, the current NXT Tag Team Champion. Reversal on that crossbody attempt from Santana. Shingo now following it up with a seated suplex. Able to muscle him up now. A seated position. Knee to the back of Santana. Flexing in the face of Santana now. Back elbow to Santana, following it up with a second back elbow. However, Santana able to drop him down with a jumping complete shot flatliner. Kick to the back of Shingo, but Shingo unfazed by that attempt. Now Shingo gonna muscle up Santana into a military press, drops him down face first, and Santana having a very difficult time getting out of the gate here against the Dragon, who now drops him down with a Falcon Arrow. He did the deal, Now the pinfall attempt here from the referee, and Santana quickly kicking out of the Falcon Arrow. Nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow. However, Shingo looking to follow up that exchange by sending him into the turnbuckle pad here, trapping him in the corner, and then following it up with a series of lariats, bringing him out, and then following it up with another lariat. Consecutive pinfall attempts here. Shingo once again looking to put away Santana, grounding him now with a grounded headlock. Strike to the face of Santana. Shingo wrenches in on this hold. Santana now mounting back up to a vertical base, able to reverse the pressure. Snapmare takedown. Neckbreaker from Santana. Santana really struggling, once I said, to get out of the gate in this contest, and Shingo ensuring that he will walk out of here as a dual champion. And in doing so, he could have the Ring of Honor Television Champion and be crowned the first ever PWG World Champion. However, Santana now springing up to the top rope, wristlock, arm drag that sends Shingo Takagi across the ring. Now Santana looking to position Shingo away from the ropes for the pinfall attempt here, but a kick out from Shingo. Knee to the back from Santana, who now straightjackets the arms into a chin lock on Shingo. Wrenching in on this hold. Shingo, however, back up to his feet here and muscles over Santana. Power slam attempt, reversal from Santana, drops him down with that inverted DDT. Drops the knee across the bridge of the nose to Shingo Takagi. Such viciousness from Santana that we're seeing here now. Stomps to the hand after what we've seen Santana go through. The match with Marty the Moth Martinez. A very difficult endeavor for him to surpass. And then the rivalry continued with Tama Tonga. The amount of animosity, the amount of vitriol, the amount of emotion that must have gone into that contest. Now we see the elbow strike busts open the face of Shingo Takagi, does Santana, but a capture suplex from Shingo answers back. Pinfall attempt now from Shingo on Santana, but a quick kick out from Santana ensures that he is still in this contest. Knee strike to a grounded Santana, but no, doesn't come up successful, as Santana now going to look to follow that up. Suplex attempt, knee to the temple from Shingo. Boot to the gut now, going to go look for the pop-up power bomb to Santana. Picks him back up to his feet here, does Shingo. Sending Santana off with a roast. Big back body drop. To follow it up, the momentum that Shingo has right now. Whiplash neck breaker. Tremendous velocity on that turn. Pinfall attempt here on Santana, but once again Santana getting the shoulder up, showing the championship capabilities of Santana. However, Shingo rebounding off of the ropes and takes him out with that sliding clothesline. Shingo now flexing to the crowd, showing everybody what he came to do here tonight is to capture that PWG World Championship, and if he has to go through Santana to do it, he will do so. Arm drag takedown from Santana. Now Santana awaiting Shingo to get back up to his feet here. Series of takedowns, forearm smash, back elbow, now going to look for the Irish whip. Turns it inside out. Gamagiri from Santana, who's now positioned outside on the apron. Shingo now drop down with a suplex, going to look to follow it up. Turns him inside out, back suplex, paying homage to Eddie Guerrero, who we saw here tonight competing for the Ring of Honor World Championship against Andrade Almas. With those two amigos. Of course, Eddie Guerrero typically going for the three amigos. Now the seated kick to the back. Shingo answers back by just staring down Santana. Now Santana answers back, however, with two, and we're going to see the three amigos here. I believe he heard what I said on commentary there. It's now Santana delivering on the tribute that he paid homage to. Now we see Santana calling Shingo back up to his feet here. Could be looking for the street sweeper on the outside, but Shingo sidestepping that, and Santana crushing, coming down, crashing down with such devastation, dropping down on his neck almost, following that missed opportunity. Now Shingo going to look to follow it up. Last of the Dragon here to Santana. It is academic pinfall attempt here too, and Santana getting the shoulder up despite Shingo looking to put him away with the Last of the Dragon pump-handled Death Valley driver. It was not to be. Santana somehow getting the shoulder up and continuing his hopes of this contest. And we see Shingo transitioning Santana around for that gunslinger side slam. Had him in the power slam position and swung him around into an Organagi. Now looking for the running star for that lariat. However, Santana able to counter out with that boot to the midsection, the soul butt. Shingo answers back with a German suplex now. The referee perhaps calling off Shingo, telling him Santana is in a rough way right now. Back suplex here, no, turning into an atomic drop, following it up with an elbow drop. You see the offense of Shingo. He hits so many moves in quick succession that it completely disorients his opponents for the time being. However, Santana answering back with that clothesline takedown now sends Shingo into the ropes, now takes him down with that Gamagiri. It catches Shingo from the seated position. Up in the Death Valley driver, drops him with a gutbuster across the knee, following it up with a running senton, does Santana. Now Santana being the one to pick Shingo up into that seated position, straight to the face. Once again going for that seated, kneeling, straitjacket chin hold. Shingo answering back by getting to his feet here, fighting off Santana. And we see once more Shingo going for the capture suplex, sends Santana overhead. Calling him back up to his feet here. We see a frustrated Shingo looking to end this on Santana. Back elbows to the face of Shingo. Now it's Santana. Turns him inside out with that Blue Thunder Bomb. Arm drag takedown now from Shingo, who rebounds off of the ropes. Sliding clothesline takedown. Coming in like a speeding truck as he comes in with such velocity into Santana. Colliding with that clothesline. Boot to the gut, caught by Santana. Shoves him off and then into a running STO. Perhaps Shingo positions Santana just so he can get the advantage with that hold. Now positioning Santana in the corner here on the turnbuckle pad and picking him up to the top. Going to look for this inverted suplex from the top. Does Shingo. Shingo calling Santana back up to his feet here. Santana surprisingly mounting a vertical base following that inverted suplex from the top. But Shingo going to follow it up with a tremendous lariat. Santana once more getting the shoulder up, however. Despite Shingo's best efforts, 10 minutes have passed in this contest. These two men continuing to fight on, despite grueling earlier contests that they have faced. Shingo now. Boston Crab position for Santana. Relinquishes the hold before Santana could escape. Overhead Mongolian chops now from Shingo. Forearm strike from Santana, however. Back elbow from Shingo as these two answering back on one another. Chop from Shingo, following it up with a back elbow that sends Santana rebounding into the turnbuckle pad and now positioned on the top rope. The last time we saw Santana up there, he went inside out with that inverted suplex. Now we see Shingo Takagi following Santana to the top rope with a overhead butterfly suplex that launches Santana 3/4 of the way across the ring. Shingo positioning himself in the corner, looking to get Santana back up to his feet here. Perhaps to put him down. No, elbow drop takes him down instead. Once more we see Shingo going for that inverted suplex, this time from a standing position. Now getting the fans excited for whatever he has coming for Santana here. Saito's suplex that drops him on his neck. A maneuver that we saw utilized by Ricky Starks on Daniel Bryan in our earlier contest to his advantage. Now standing switch from the waist lock from Santana. Back elbow from Shingo. Shingo with a boot to the gut now, going to pick up Santana into the powerbomb position. Turns it into a fireman's carry. Now picks him. What is this? Drops him down. I don't know what that maneuver was, but Shingo absolutely annihilated Santana. Now going to look to follow it up. Boot to the gut. Santana going to be picked up here for the last of the dragon. Pinfall attempt from Shingo Takagi. 2-0. Santana again getting the shoulder up. Shingo can't believe it. How on earth does Santana kick out of the last of the dragon for a second time? Shingo cannot believe it. Santana so resilient, fighting on in this match and proving what these two men will go through to claim themselves as the PWG World Champion. Shingo now with a running start out of the corner. However, the blood in the eyes of Shingo perhaps disorienting him as he was looking to come with that running in with a strike. Answers with that back elbow that busts open Santana. Catches the boots coming in. Santana enziguri to the face. Or the Gamengiri rather. As Santana now. Irish whip sends Shingo to the outside. Takes Shingo off of the apron. And all the way spilling down to the ground. Santana now going to look to position Shingo. Backhand chop. Boot to the gut, however, countered by Shingo with that overhead tremendous clothesline. Power slam attempt. Boot to the knee of Shingo. Overhand chop now from Santana to Shingo as these two battling on the outside. Santana plunged Shingo down on the apron with that power slam. Spine first. Face first on the apron now. Referee only at a count of 3 as these two continuing to fight away on the outside. Snapmare takedown. Going to follow it up with a whiplash neckbreaker. Shingo now being the one to send Santana back to the inside. Santana, however, receiving a strike from Shingo on the apron. Boot to the gut. So we see Shingo hoisting Santana up in the powerbomb position. Could be looking for a buckle bomb that sends Santana into that turnbuckle. Shingo follows it up now. Suplex turns him inside out with that neck breaker. Tremendous speed from Shingo. Follows it up with a deep 6 black hole slam. Or Bossman slam, rather. I'm not sure if it was either. It was a deep 6 for sure. Pinfall attempt, however. Santana once again able to get the shoulder up. Irish whip now from Shingo. Sends him off of the ropes. Drop down twice. Headbutt from Santana, however, escapes out of that maneuver. Santana now going to be the one to hoist up Shingo into the powerbomb position. Santana here. Not able to take the advantage on Shingo in time as his back gave out. The weight of Shingo. Shingo billed as a junior, however, most certainly a heavyweight. Drops him down with that sit-out powerbomb, but the referee not able to get in position in time before Santana could get out. Shingo, however, following it up with a knee to the spine. Pops him up. Santana reverses it with a DDT. Shingo might have been looking for a spine buster there. So now Shingo looking to recover in the corner as Santana was looking to ascend to the top rope. However, Santana thinking better of it now as he can go for the running face wash. Driving that boot across the face of Shingo Takagi. Now it is time for Santana to go to the top rope as we see Santana going to look to dive down onto Shingo. Gets back up to his feet here, diving down, street sweeper, but it's countered by Shingo, who catches him, who turns him inside out with the power slam. Shingo now pops him up, gonna look for the Death Valley driver. Pinfall attempt here on Santana, shoulders down, no Shingo. Rather than going for the pinfall attempt following the Death Valley driver, Shingo now fired up. Could be looking to put him away here, running lariat. Now we're going to look for the pinfall attempt here on Santana, but it's Santana getting the shoulder up again. I forgot to mention that we have passed the halfway mark in this matchup as both men have put on such a showcase this weekend of what it takes to be a professional wrestler. Santana having competed on both nights, or all 3 nights I should say. Shingo having competed in 2 of the most grueling tournament matchups that we saw against the likes of Jacob Fatu and Karrion Kross. Santana having to defend his championship successfully on the first night and going up against Marty the Moth and Tama Tonga. But this is certainly his most difficult challenge to date. Now he receives a power bomb across the apron, following it up with that whiplash. Shingo sends him once more into the apron, follows it up with that pump handle. Death Valley driver on the outside, not quite the last of the dragon, but still devastating damage to Santana on the outside of the ring. We see Shingo calling him back up to his feet once more. Shingo could be looking with ill intentions in mind here on Santana. Waistlock advantage, reversal from Santana, who pops him up, turns him inside out with that half Nelson sit out Uranagi. And we see once again Santana going to look to stomp on the right hand of Shingo Takagi. This is going to pay off when it comes to Shingo Takagi securing that pump handle for the Last of the Dragon. Now a seated dropkick from Santana to Shingo. Reversal from Shingo, drops the arm across his shoulder. Mongolian chops and a backhand chop sends Santana into the turnbuckle pad. Gutbuster drops him across the knee, following it up with a running senton. As we pass the 20-minute mark in this contest, we have 10 minutes remaining. Santana now connecting that overhead vertical suplex, following it up. Smooth as butter, following it up with that back suplex. The tripleta. Pinfall attempt, and we see Shingo once again getting the shoulder up. However, back and forth contest as Santana finally fighting back into this. Santana now calling Shingo back up to his feet here. Could once more be looking for the street sweeper, this time connecting with the street sweeper, the diving blockbuster from the top rope. Pinfall attempt here, and no! Shingo getting the shoulder up. Santana in disbelief, questioning the referee's discretion. However, once more going on the attack on Shingo. Once again gonna stomp on that hand. All the damage that he has done to that hand and the arms of Shingo paying off. Bashing the face of Shingo into the canvas, and then once more stomping on the hand. Pinfall attempt once more from Santana, but once again getting the kick out does Shingo Takagi, who quickly answers short arm clothesline as he is able to get back up to his feet after that commanding kick to the back from Santana was answered by Shingo. Running Death Valley driver from Shingo Takagi. As we see the Dragon fighting back in this contest, but potential blood loss paying. Oh, and now a heart attack followed by, a heart punch followed by a elbow drop. Irish whip from Shingo, rebounding off of the ropes, look to take him down with that lariat. However, not able to connect, and Santana going to look to take advantage of that now with the front face lock. Instead, going to wrench on that arm, dropping it across the shoulder, and now with the knee across the arm, taking advantage of the wrist. Santana doing a great job of working over the arms of Shingo to try to prevent the powerful maneuvers that he utilizes. Diving frog splash from the top rope. Pinfall attempt here from Santana. Pinfall attempt on Shingo, but only a 1 count. Santana still trying to put in this hold, this seated straight jacket chin lock. Trying to lock it in on Shingo Takagi. However, Shingo again getting back up to his feet here. Again fighting back. Shingo is, despite his contest with Jacob Fatu and Karrion Kross, in which he bled. And now Santana dropping him with that spinning brainbuster. Once again going to drop Shingo right across, or on top of his head. Following it up with that running senton. Kick to the back of Shingo here. Shingo answers back with a heart punch. Shingo now rebounding. Santana off of the ropes. Takes him out with that clothesline. And picks him back up to his feet here. We see Shingo could once more be looking for the last of the dragon. Drops him down. Last of the dragon pinfall attempt here. 1. No, but Shingo not quite done with Santana. Relinquishing the pinfall attempt here in order to send him into the turnbuckle pad. I'm not sure that this was wise following his finishing maneuver. And now we see the standing switch from Santana. Exactly what I was saying as we approach the end of this contest. We have 5 minutes left. If we do result in a draw, then the finals will be a singles contest rather than a triple threat. As we see Santana with an avalanche Falcon Arrow doing the deal from the top rope. Dropping the knee across the face. Kick to the back now. Shingo gets back up to his feet here. Clothesline takedown. Second clothesline. Picking it back up to his feet. A third clothesline. Backhand chop. Santana answers back. 5 minutes remaining in this contest. Elevated flatliner from Santana. Both men pulling out all the stops at the end of this at what feels like the end of this contest to do whatever it takes to walk away the victor. As we want to see someone come away victorious here tonight. As Santana once again going to work over that arm of Shingo Takagi. Shingo has absolutely put Santana through hell in this contest. However, for the last few minutes or so, it's been mostly Santana ever since he hit the street sweeper, it seems. Shingo now answering back, getting back up to his feet here, looking for the running clothesline that floors Santana. Shingo now, backhand chop, strike to the face, however, answers back from Santana, who takes Shingo down with a clothesline of his own. Now we see Santana, overhead suplex, follows it up, back suplex once more on Shingo. Stomp to Shingo, and now we hear Santana fired up by the enthusiasm of the crowd. Looks to go to the top rope here as we see Santana ascending to the top rope once more to look for the street sweeper on Shingo. Shingo gets back up to his feet here. Diving down, street sweeper! Blockbuster from the top. Pinfall attempt here on Shingo. 1, 2, and 3. Santana with the upset puts away Shingo Takagi. Santana coming away victorious against the Dragon, the Ring of Honor Television Champion. Of course, no discredit to Santana, but you gotta say that is a tremendous upset here tonight for Santana to defeat Shingo. Now we move on to our final Battle of Los Angeles for our Universe Mode block finals before we move on to the championship match. Roderick Strong meets Pete Dunne in the A block finals. And we see wearing the shirt, almost mocking the competition here tonight, The champ is here shirt. Roderick Strong displaying the PWG World Championship on his shirt. And Roderick Strong, no stranger to the PWG World Championship, having held that championship in 2015. In reality, however, in Universe mode, looking to claim himself as the first ever champion, and in doing so has defeated Kevin Owens and Matt Travis here in the Battle of Los Angeles. However, if Roderick Strong wants to claim the PWG Championship to be his own, he's going to have to get past one of the most accomplished champions in history, in Universe Mode history. He's the current Ring of Honor Pure Champion, the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. And to get to this point, Pete Dunne had to defeat Scotty Davis, doing so on the first night of the Battle of Los Angeles. And then earlier tonight defeating Hijo del Vikingo. Now going up against a much different kind of competitor than the type that he has faced so far, being Roderick Strong. As I mentioned, Pete Dunne, one of the most accomplished competitors, most accomplished champions in Universe Mode history, a former Triple Crown champion, being the longest reigning Triple Crown champion and having held that championship on 2 occasions. I mention every time he comes out. Also, the former Raw World Champion last year, simultaneously. However, this year, being a part of Ring of Honor, immediately Roderick Strong going for that bridging butterfly suplex that you look for the pinfall attempt there. Commanding kick to the back. However, Pete Dunne answering back with a series of strikes. Forearm smash now from Roderick Strong, as you got to think that these two having a tremendous amount of history between one another. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Having a tremendous amount of history between one another, are going to want to go at it immediately, taking their rivalry to the Battle of Los Angeles. Now we see an Olympic slam from Roderick Strong, and the significance of that is that Pete Dunne, having defeated Kurt Angle to obtain the at the time the WWE Openweight Championship, then being rebranded the Ring of Honor Pure Championship, but for all intents and purposes still being utilized as an Openweight Championship, guillotined across the top rope. As I alluded to earlier, the history between these two men, Roderick Strong has teamed up with Pete Dunne in the past in real life, and did not end too well for Pete Dunne, as on that occasion Roderick Strong turned on Pete Dunne in order to join the Undisputed Era. Now we see the joint manipulation from Pete Dunne working over that arm. Backhand chop to Roderick Strong, sends Roderick Strong into the turnbuckle pad. Boot to the face now from Roderick Strong, answers back. So we see Strong sending Pete Dunne into the turnbuckle, looking to take the advantage. However, Dunne answers back. Neither man's able to ascertain an advantage for much longer than a few seconds, as it's back and forth. These two both fired up, and these two both having quite a long time to recover comparatively to the other competitors. Snap German suplex that we saw there from Pete Dunne. It's Roderick Strong popping the shoulders up there. Boot to the gut from Roderick Strong. Looks to muscle up Pete Dunne for that overhead belly to belly. However, Dunne answers back with a strike to the back that now sends Roderick Strong into the turnbuckle. Looks to come in with great speed with that enziguri. However, Roderick Strong able to escape and maneuver out of it. Positions Pete Dunne now on the ropes. Irish whip. Looking for that jumping knee. However, turning him inside out with that, well, not inside out, however, dropping him with that lung blower. Completely deflating Roderick Strong. Now going to look to turn him inside out with that overhead suplex, turns him into a power bomb. As we see the strength of the Bruiserweight, able to manipulate the weight of Roderick Strong, as we see Strong has done in the past, being the messiah of the backbreaker. Now we see here, turns him inside out with that back suplex facebuster, just like I was mentioning, the strength of Roderick Strong, able to manipulate the weight of Pete Dunne, now gut-wrenching Pete Dunne up and hoisting him, deadlifting him, and tossing him across the ring with that maneuver. Pinfall attempt there, but Pete Dunne getting the shoulder up again. Roderick Strong now sends Pete Dunne into the turnbuckle pad, looking for the jumping knee. However, Pete Dunne turns him, drops him on his head with that half and half suplex coming out of the corner. Irish whip that sends Roderick Strong into the turnbuckle pad. Now going to call him back up to his feet here. Boot to the gut. As we see Pete Dunne suplex, turns him into an armbar as we see Pete Dunne wrenching in on this hold. Roderick Strong looking to maneuver in a way that alleviates some of the pressure on this hold. However, Pete Dunne quickly able to wrench back on that arm once more. Quickly able to counter out of whatever Roderick Strong had planned to escape there. And we see rebounding off of the ropes. Pete Dunne catches him coming in with that forearm smash to the face. Pinfall attempt, however, the kick out from Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong turning Pete Dunne about face in the corner. Standing switch, however, from Pete Dunne. Trapping him into the corner with that overhead suplex. Sends Roderick Strong into the corner and rebounds out. Roderick Strong able to avoid that enziguri forearm smash that sends Pete Dunne back into the corner. And now that jumping knee to Dunne. Gonna look to follow it up. Strong looking for the end of heartache on Pete Dunne there. Quick turnabout in this contest as only about 5 minutes have elapsed in this match as we see the end of heartache on Pete Dunne, but getting the shoulder up again is done. Too early in this contest for Roderick Strong to have put away the bruiserweight. Another pinfall attempt here, but yet again Pete Dunne getting the shoulder up, this time before the referee can even get to the count of one. Tripping out the leg is Pete Dunne here. Dunne now drops the arm, wrenches in on the arm. Calf kick from Roderick Strong. Pinfall attempt from Strong here. Kick out from Pete Dunne. And we see looking for the discus forearm, however countered by Roderick Strong, who was able to send him into the turnbuckle beforehand. Positioning Pete Dunne now on the top rope. Jumping knee. Second jumping knee to Pete Dunne. Now boot to the face from Dunne. Is able to counter out of it. Despite Roderick Strong's best efforts to weaken Pete Dunne on that top rope. And now it's Roderick Strong who takes the advantage on the top rope. Olympic slam once more from Roderick Strong, hitting that maneuver again. Back up to his feet here. Answers back with a forearm smash, does Pete Dunne. Delayed vertical suplex from Pete Dunne. And the blood rush to the head of Roderick Strong for a moment there. And we see Dunne once more sending Roderick Strong into the turnbuckle pad, this time connecting with that running enziguri. Across the chest of Roderick Strong. Elevated flatliner pinfall attempt here from Pete Dunne. Getting the shoulder up, however, does Strong. Irish whip from Pete Dunne that sends Roderick Strong into the corner. Standing switch from Roderick Strong. Strike to the face. Now sending him pillar to post. Across the ring. Looking for that running knee to follow it up. Coming in. However, Pete Dunne answers back. X-Plex from Pete Dunne. Could be seeing a bitter end from Dunne coming up here soon. However, Pete Dunne first going to look to position Roderick Strong on the top rope again. Boot to the face from Roderick Strong, however, backhand chop. Answers back from Pete Dunne. Backhand chop from Dunne once more. Strike to the face from Roderick Strong. As this exchange goes back and forth, however, we see the juice box from Roderick Strong. Drops him down with that gut check. The fireman's carry onto the gutbuster. Stomp to the face now of Pete Dunne. Continuing this brutality does Roderick Strong. Now gonna drive the shoulder of Pete Dunne into the canvas. Pete Dunne now. Reversal, however, on Roderick Strong. Takes the advantage with the insecurity as Roderick Strong now getting back up to his feet here. With the assistance of the ropes. Pete Dunne gonna position him. Oh, whiplashes and pulls him in. Pulls him in from the outside, and I believe the neck snapping off of that top rope from Roderick Strong. However, Strong quickly able to counter back. However, Pete Dunne catching the legs coming in. Jumps down with a crossbody. Fireman's carry takedown from Roderick Strong. Strong now going to position Pete Dunne on the top rope. Sends him back. Rebounding with that guillotine release. Pinfall attempt, however, only getting a 1 count again on the bruiserweight. Knee to the face of Pete Dunne. Roderick Strong once more trying to come in. That running knee. However, Pete Dunne scouted it. Now going to pick him up. Kneeling tombstone pile driver. Springing up to the top rope. Now Pete Dunne following it off with a moonsault from the top. Great agility from the bruiserweight. Pinfall attempt here. 2. And no. Roderick Strong getting the shoulder up. Pete Dunne surprised at the referee only receiving a 2 count. Sending Strong into the turnbuckle again. Counter from Pete Dunne, however. Roderick Strong with a strike to the face. Back suplex, turns him inside out. Does Dunne. Or does Roderick Strong to Pete Dunne. Once more driving the shoulder into the canvas. Here we see Roderick Strong diving with an elbow drop from the top rope. Here Dunne sends Roderick Strong into the turnbuckle. Reversal from Strong. Arm wrench, and then troughs the elbow across the arm of Dunne. Could be looking for the Tiger Driver here. Pinfall attempt on Pete Dunne. 2 and 3. He puts away Pete Dunne with the Tiger Driver. Pete Dunne can't believe it. I can't believe it. Pete Dunne not able to get the shoulders up in time. And sitting up immediately after in disbelief. I believe that Roderick Strong might have stolen the victory there with the Tiger Driver. We saw the gut wrench suplex, but the real story here is that Roderick Strong advances on into the Battle of Los Angeles Finals, and in doing so is the only man to advance on that isn't a current champion. However, by the end of tonight, that could be a different story, as we see the frustration from Pete Dunne. However,